Well, I'm live. I'm in the dark. So I have to get my iPhone plugged in so it won't run out of power. My other iPhone. That's an iPhone. And I'm live in the dark. That's not a good idea. I'm going to have to find a way to light myself up a little bit. I know what I can do. It might not be the best. I'm going to try it out and see what happens. I've got a light, like a big light for my photography, and if I turn it on, if I can find the damn plug, there it is. If I turn it on, shoot it in the right direction, it might work well. So where's my battery? There it is. I'm still there. I'm still here, guys. I'm just gonna hook up a light. See if this is gonna be probably way too strong. If it works. Well, it doesn't work plugged into that. I gotta plug it into my my bus. So, yeah, cord's long enough. I'm still here, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm still here, setting up a light. Way too bright, probably. I'm in the dark myself. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. How's that? That better? Yeah, that's a lot better. However, what it's doing is lighting up my bus, and my bus is a mess because I haven't cleaned it up yet. Am I there? Yeah, okay. Thank you, grumpy old man. I need all the help I can get with my fuel. Cost me like 50 cents a mile, and I've got to drive 1,200 miles, or 1,200 kilometers at least, maybe 1,200 miles, I'm not sure. Now my problem is that I can't find my coffee, and I can't talk without a coffee. I can't even read without a coffee. There it is. It's on the floor. Okay, I'm ready to start now. I've got 2 jackets on. It's cold out here, and I don't like running my propane heater because, hey, I've got a guy out there. Looks like he's writing me a ticket for parking, so I'm going to go put some money in the meter. Well, that goes to show you. If you put the money in the meter before the guy gets here, he doesn't give you a, what do you call it, a warning. And you don't have to worry about getting a ticket because you put the money in before he got here. Anyway, so I have to put up with some guy interrupting my live to give me a ticket. But he didn't give it to me. He just took my money, or they just took my money. So I got 1 hour before the meters burned up. Dan in the can says, hey Gus, good evening. Hey Dan, I saw your Chrome doing your tour on your video. today or the other day or whatever. One of those days. Doesn't look like a can at all. It looks good. Not like my messy bus. I'm going to go and shave my beard off tomorrow morning, get my hair cut, look reasonable before I go across the border. I went down to do a photo shoot near the border. Hey, grumpy old man. I went down to... Grumpy old man had a wrench on there. Are you Mike, grumpy old man? Hi, Greg. Donna Hoffman. I heard a nice, and there is a gust notice. Make a noise. Okay, now I've made a noise. I'm going to try and catch up to where you guys are at. Yeah, Dan, again, I park for free, but this place happens to be, this is Starbucks. And the funny thing is that they hired a guy to watch the meters and to check the parking down near the park and where I usually park. Hey there. See, I've got neighbors and people who live in these communities all seem to like me for some reason. All because I've got this weird bus and I got the sign on the side. Yeah, also known as Mike. Because you've got a wrench there. I didn't even know if those wrenches were permanent, but because you're the only guy I gave a wrench to, so thumbs up to Mike. You're hiding out now in a new name, or you're just telling the truth? Instead of just being ordinary Mike, now you're absolutely a you can't be grumpier than me. I kind of snicker because I basically am a happy guy most of the time, but sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I'm a grumpy guy. People ask me how I feel when I go to the coffee shop, and on my grumpy days, I say, oh, I'm good. Instead of awesome. No, listen, I don't like to talk about, this is because it's YouTube and everything's public. Dan and the Can is asking me if they're cracking down on parking in Spanish banks, and they don't harass the people who park there, but they primarily seem to understand there's a lot of tourists, and the tourists are good for the city. There's a lot of people that are there for just one night, but they do check once in a while, and they keep a list of all the people who stay there all the time. That's what they have done in the past. And then when they decide to clean out the park or the parking in the area, they get rid of the people who have been parking there a lot or not moving around, or people that are actually problems. Then they start to crack down on those people. But because they have to be fair to everybody, when they come, if there's a guy down there who's the problem, then they clean out everybody, like all the people who are there parking regularly. So I don't go there. I go there and hang out all day, but I don't go there and hang out at night. I park in a different spot. I don't want to be one of those people that's going to create a problem in any way whatsoever, right? And I have had 2 tickets in the past, so I know they actually give tickets, but they haven't done it for 2 years now. That's my channel name. Oh, Grumpy Old Man, that's going to be Mike's channel name. That's good. Actually going to do some videos. I hope Chrome convinced you to do some videos. I saw you guys together in this video. Yeah, I've got stickers left. I need to sell stickers. On the way down, I hope to sell a whole bunch. Basically, what happens is that $10 when I get down to the States gets me another 30 miles or 20 to 30 miles, something like 20 miles. It'll get me about 25 miles. So the more stickers I sell, the further I can go before my next payday. This is kind of fortuitous because my granddaughter was born and that's why I was staying in Vancouver until she was born. She was about 2 weeks late, and so that brought me to my next payday, which is, so now I'm flushed with cash, meaning I can spend some money on gas and spend no money on food, like eat like hot dogs or something, all the way down to, or spaghetti or pasta or something like that, all the way down the coast. And uh, basically, my plan is to go down to skip Seattle completely, go in towards the I'm going to go to the Pacific Ocean as soon as possible. So, and not even drive around Seattle. I'm going to go down and get on a ferry and drive past Seattle without going through any of the highways. So after I leave Vancouver, I should be in good shape. I mean, it's kind of funny this time because I've been down to the States 2 times for 6 months. And on Sunday, last Sunday, I'm just waving at the ticket guy.
Sir, when you have a chance, can I just get you to move forward a bit so you can fit another car behind you?
How far is it?
Well,
like a foot?
Someone's going to have a hard time fitting in there.
I know, but is it 1 foot? I can go out and see how far, or you could tell me. I'll come and look.
It's not super bad. It's just 2 paces into it.
I understand.
Yeah.
I just
Roughly 3 or 4 feet. Sure. Yeah. Please, thank you.
Yeah. God, that guy, the ticket guy, he likes to harass me, like I told you. He wants me to move forward 2 feet so that I'm inside the meter. Don't you love my lives? When there we go. So when I'm live, I have all these people that come around and talk to me, interrupt my lives and stuff. I have to do them in the wilderness or something where there is no Wi-Fi. That's crazy. One time a beautiful girl came and started to talk to me, so I opened the door and she came in and added herself, did a sort of photo bomb. Anyway, now he's solved. I'm fit in the parking spot. Thing is, I was too far back and I wasn't clear of the parking meter. Oh well, that guy just likes to. It's kind of funny because he came up to me one day and he asked me how he started to tell me my bus was over height, and then I asked him if he's got a tape measure. So he measured it and found that it was like, the way he measured it, he thought it was like 2 inches too tall, but in fact it's about a foot too tall. It's over 8 feet tall, so it's over height. How many people we got in here? There's been 11 people. I'm on talk chat. What I need to find live chat. There we go. Now I get all of them. Hey, Heat Seeker Bus. How you doing? I'm watching your videos. That Lollapalooza looked like fun. Do you know what happened to me the other day? I kept trying to tell you this, and then when I start to tell you, the parking guy comes along. This looks better when I've got a little bit of light on my face. Anyway, so I went down to go and buy gas the other day, or not gas, but diesel in the United States the other day, because last week I did a photo shoot and I had hoped that my granddaughter would have been born, and I was already down right near the borders, so I was going to leave last Sunday. But because I was down there, I thought I'll go down to the United States there and I'll go buy some diesel, because it's $3 a gallon down there, and in Canada it's $6. Now that's $6 Canadian, which would be about $4.50 American. So if I go down to just across the border, gas is 2/3 the price it is in Vancouver, or diesel is. So I went down to buy some, and I got to the border and they said, Where are you going? I said, I'm just going about a mile down the road to buy some diesel. And then she said, well, what's this? And I said, well, this is my bus. I converted it to a motorhome. Okay, go over there in the lineup over there and we're going to check it out. So they had to search it, right? Or whatever. And to search it, they sent me inside a building, a waiting building. I mean, everybody was polite, but it just frustrated me because I've been, over the last few years, I've gone down to California with no problem for 6 months. And then this day that I decide I'm going to go and get some gas and spend like 20 minutes in the United States, I hung around for about 40 in the waiting room. Anyway, it was just a bit annoying, and now I'm sounding like the grumpy old man. Oh, heat seeker bus is in Nassau. Well, you know, are you gonna head west still? Yeah, I guess you're gonna head west, but I go down to California. Not a lot of people down in the States don't like California, but I go there because I'm get nice, clean, fresh air. It's always nice and warm. It's not cold at night, and I'm right by beautiful oceans. And if I don't drive and drive and drive all over the place, the cost of gas isn't that much worse. What happened to Jasper Sunshine? I don't know why he's not making videos, but he's busy working. He's got a box truck. And he's busy working on that, and I help him with that now. That's one of the reasons I don't make videos, is I'm helping him. It's not easy. It's not easy to make videos while you're doing the work on the bus, on his truck. Also, I'm cleaning up my bus and stuff like that. But more than that, it's been wet, cold, and windy for days. It's only the last couple of days that we've got a little bit of sun in the last maybe 2 weeks. So, I mean, it's good. I'm going to head down when it's sunny, so that should be nice weather as I travel down the coast for a little ways anyway. But, you know, I haven't been making this, neither has he, because we've been busy with, stuff, right? And I don't like I do lives in my bus like this, but I don't want to sit here and preach to people or try to make unless I've got something that's, I really am feeling it. In other words, I'm really into it, and something that's kind of sticking in my mind. I don't want to do any of these talking videos. I don't really like them. I like the lives. Lives are cool because there's no format, and I'm kind of answering questions. Yeah, Vanilla Rain. I'm in Canada. I'm in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm going to go south to California starting probably tomorrow. And Jasper, you said, I'm just answering. I did answer you about Jasper. He's actually he's down at the beach right now, where was. I was supposed to meet him there, but he's not near his truck. I don't know where he is at the moment. What do we got? Vanilla Rain. I love your lives. Our lives? Yeah. It kind of makes me snicker. The thing that's beautiful about our lives that many people don't really even get is that I'm nearly 70, and the best friends I've got in this lifestyle are like 40 and 25. I'm not hanging out with other 70-year-olds. They're usually like, grumpy old man will tell you about that. It's way more fun hanging out with people that are doing things rather than people that aren't getting things done. In other words, normally a lot of my friends would be like maybe playing golf, or if they went on a holiday, they'd be going to a resort and drinking margaritas or something, hanging around a pool, but they wouldn't be doing much. Not many people my age do too much. And then like Chrome is at an age where many of the people his age would, are, how would I put it? There's going to be some van lifers, but the vast majority of people his age say to him, how the hell can you do that? Why don't you do something else? In other words, very few of them are out adventuring around and living a life or following dreams or anything like that. They're like, going to work in an office. And Jasper's friends are doing all kinds of things. Maybe they haven't started careers yet, but an awful lot of them are going to school. So, the interesting thing about my life now compared to what it was before is the number of friends and people that I know and care about me. The other day I'm at Starbucks, and all the girls and guys, all of the staff in Starbucks have asked me for my my stickers. So and I've given out stickers at the beach and stuff to people, but these stickers are, who's that? Grumpy old man, $2, diesel challenge. Oh, awesome. $2 gets me, like I said, it gets me about 5 miles. So if I had 10 of those, I'd be getting another 50 miles. Anyway, that's pretty awesome. Thanks, grumpy old man. Thanks, Mike. I want to call you Mike, but I think it's probably respectful to call you grumpy old man. People should go and subscribe so that when you put on some, so when you make some videos and stuff or put something on YouTube, they'll all be there to watch it and see it. Maybe you can just put your camera on your dash and do a live chat. Let us watch the road. Well, I can do that, but I want to make videos that are interesting. I guess one of the things that makes me kind of snicker is that I put a lot of work into my videos. I try to think about, in other words, I don't just get up and make a video driving down the road and said, well, I left Vancouver and here I am, here's my campsite, and this is it. See you tomorrow. And some people who are way more successful than me make a video just driving down the road, and they're like saying, okay, I'm going by Seattle now, and now I'm I'm heading into Portland, and I just crossed the border. So they'll just give you kind of a they'll be, I can't speak when I'm driving, by the way, because my motor's too loud. So if I do something like that, I have to do a voiceover later. But a lot of people just do these driving down the road videos, and they're way more popular than me. But I don't want to, the reason I don't want to do that is I want to be entertaining a larger number of people than just the people who are, kind of like sitting there watching somebody drive. So I try to do as little driving videos as I can. Vanilla Rain, you asked if it's hard to cross the border. It hasn't been for me until last Sunday when I went to get some gas, and it wasn't hard. It was just that they wanted to check out the bus, and I did get through and stuff, but basically it hasn't been hard for me. But when people ask sort of generic questions like that, what's easy for one person it can be a nightmare for another, and vice versa. So there's no sort of general rule about anything. I'm 70, so I'm a 70-year-old white guy that has no criminal record, and they don't think that I'm a terrorist. Do you see what I mean? They're looking for terrorists. If my beard was all black and my hair was all black, and I was, they might go, wait a sec, this guy, looks a little scary. So then I would have more trouble. And tomorrow I'm going to shave my beard off. I'm going to get a haircut. And so when I'm getting that because then because I'm going to go visit my family and see my granddaughter, and I'm starting to travel, so it's good to get my beard off. But the thing is that when I get to the border without a beard and with my haircut, I'm going to look more like a businessman rather than a hippie. So even then, I should probably have an easier time. So crossing the border can be a problem, but isn't always. Wait a sec. I've got a plan with unlimited Wi-Fi. It's just not unlimited fast. So, Mike, that you can get in. I've got an account with a company called Freedom, and they give me. It's $40. I use the phone in major cities in BC. I can't use it just anywhere, but in the major cities, it's $40, and I get Wi-Fi every day. After about 4 days, I've used up the Wi-Fi that I bought, and then I'm on unlimited plan, which is usually pretty slow. It's not fast enough to do a live, that's for sure. But it's probably not fast enough to do a live even when I do have my 10 gigabytes. And like I said, I use up my 10 gigabytes in 3 days. Grumpy old man, you probably don't look scarier than me. I don't think I scare anybody. I kind of look like Santa Claus. BJ Travels is a big rig, and he just has a dash cam. He only does lives. Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, blowjob travels, is that what it is? I'm just making a joke. Each of us should be wanting to do something different. He might just put a dash cam up there, and you know, I don't know how many followers he's got, but in practice, if I was to have followers who were not necessarily interested in my the road, then I would turn them off. So I'm not looking for people who just how would I put it? I don't think I would be able to add the kind of content or voice to just traveling around. There's a woman I know down. I mean, not no, I know, but I was following down in the States, and she Deborah Joy or something like that. She just sits in the car and talks, and then she drives like a mile or two, and then talks about something else, and then drives for a mile or two, and then talks about something else, and uploads 2 or 3 or 4, or I don't know how many, but a lot of videos every day. Now, she's a nice lady, but she's never talking about anything that I need. In other words, it's never interesting to me. I'm always going, you know, speeding it up, saying, well, when is she going to get to the point, or what is this video about, and stuff like that. So I don't want to make stuff that I'm not happy with. She's happy with it. She's got a huge fan base, but I can't copy other people. Yeah, Coach. Hi, Coach. I follow Dan in the can too. When when anybody, but basically when I see a van tour and I like the van and the person seems reasonable, I just follow them. And I like one of the things that everybody should understand is that if you are an active player on YouTube, in other words, you're active in commenting on other people's stuff and they're commenting on your stuff, you each complement each other and you each end up sharing subscribers. So we all benefit from the activity that we put into, you know, into other people's videos. So it's like I watch Heat Seeker Bus and I comment on his buses, and maybe he comments on mine, and somebody in my channel sees his comment, and so we end up sharing stuff back and forth. And I'm only saying Heat Seeker because he's an example, right? And Grumpy Old Ben, when he's got his channel up and running and producing stuff, then a lot of people will be sending viewers to him. Now it seems like I've got nobody in chat. Have I got live chats on? And nobody's saying anything. Gee, guys, did you all take off? What does it say up there for number of people in the room? It says 13, 4 thumbs up. That's it, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, like I don't know who BJ Travels is, but anyhow, so tomorrow I'm planning to travel down towards California. I travel south, and my intention is to go down about 60 miles just north of Seattle and catch a ferry, so that I'm going on, if you're looking at the map, I'm going on the left-hand side of Seattle, on the other side of, it's not a lake, it's actually saltwater inlet, and I'll be driving down that side of it and then heading towards Highway 101. Then I'll probably, where do I join it? About, well, just south of Seattle. I'll be traveling down the West Coast Highway. And that the first part of that I haven't been on before, and I didn't do it before because started driving and I drove too far, so I missed it last time. Why am I getting stuck here with go to channel? I think I'm getting mixed up and losing the comments because the last ones. I'm going to type something. Hey, just type hey, see what happens. Yeah, looks like everybody's gone. No more comments. Thanks for coming. Thanks for visiting. I'm going to start doing my videos tomorrow. There's comments showing up. Yeah, there's comments showing up on my screen, but not on my iPhone. I wonder why that is. I go to Top Chat, maybe go to Live Chat. Oh yeah, okay. So I've been missing a lot of the comments. Well, there are people here. Maybe I shouldn't go away yet. Anybody have any questions? Like, don't ask me don't ask me questions like how much, I mean, what's the weight of your granddaughter? Because I don't know. But ask me any other questions about bus life, that sort of thing. Oh, Roy and Becky, you're on. Hi there. How you doing today? I hope you all missed my start where I was in the dark and I had to get my light set up. There's a light up here. This is a light, and it puts out 300 watts. So the back of my bus is really well lit, but gives me enough light. And with this lamp, I'm giving you the bird's eye view, or the iPhone's view. Oh, Coach CJ says, how long have I been in my bus? I started in the spring 2 years ago, so it's 24, 30 months. 30 months about now. That's a video title. 30 months in my bus. 30 months would be 900 days in my bus, something like that. It's the first year I didn't make videos. I started making videos about a year ago, and when I started making them seriously when I was traveling, and I did a lot during the spring and some of the summer. But you know, once I've done a video on a certain subject, I don't want to go back and do it again. And a lot of people can do that. They just keep doing the same concept video over and over, and I don't know, I'm not bigger, better, or different. I'm just different from other people. I don't want to keep making the same video. So if I've done this, done that, done this, done that, I kind of need a new subject. And because I've been in Vancouver and hanging out in more or less the same spot, it's been difficult to take you on a little trip or anything like that where the video is different. And I want to take different video, not just tell a different story. So as I'm traveling, I should be doing at least one a day, because now that I'm used to being able to make a video, I can take you through a little town and make that a video, and then go to the next town, make that a video. And I've now got a phone with enough memory so I can actually shoot more than one video and upload it at a time. I was using this old iPhone, and it only had enough memory to shoot one 10-minute video. Then I had to upload it before I shot any more video, or I wouldn't have enough memory. So now I can do that a few times a day. You need a roofer to do the house before you head out? That's this time of year is not the time you'd want to be fooling around with roofs. But yeah, I guess if there's a problem, you got to get it solved, like, for sure now. Yeah, and the people aren't buying my stickers. They just have to go in the description of any other video, and you send $10 to Gus or to Gus at ProShotPhoto.com, at PayPal, and you end up buying a sticker. I usually put more than one in a pack, but I'm gonna grab them, show them to people, because it's kind of funny. One day a girl in Starbucks said, one of these days, when you come in, I've got $10. I'll have $10 with me, and I can buy one of your stickers. And I came out to the bus and then gave them all one. Anyway, there's what the sticker looks like. It's Gus in a bus. Is that? When you see it, it's probably, oh no, it works right. When I'm looking at it, it looks backwards. But when you see it, I can tell what you see because of this. When you see it, it looks okay. Anyway, that's gonna be, when you donate $10 to buy one of these things, you're helping me get another 50 miles, and not, or more or less, I don't know how many miles, but you're helping me get down the road. And that's my biggest difficulty in traveling. Many people don't understand it. They go on a long trip twice a year. So I have to have $100 every month that I put aside in order to make this trip to California. Is that that's just gas, because it cost me that much extra, right? Oh, Frederick Heron. Hi, thank you. Hi, man. Good. Welcome to our chat. I shouldn't be looking down like this, because when I look in here, I realize that every time I look at the comments, I've lost contact with you guys. Vanilla Rain. I have a grandson that's 2 years old, and a granddaughter that's 3 days old. So I know what I've got now. There's no more babies. Not for the next little while, anyway. Oh, did you, grumpy old man, you put the Gus in the bus on the back of your van? Should have got Chrome to, shoot it. I'm just kidding. Chrome's a good friend. Somebody told me they went to Campo and they had asked about me, and Chrome had nice things to say. So I got nice things to say about Chrome too. Congrats on the granddaughter. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I don't get granddaughters and grandchildren very often. Honestly, when I was a young man or a young boy, there were no grandfathers. I was born without a grandfather. There were only grandmothers, and real grandmothers. I had one of those grandmothers had a boyfriend, but I never had an actual grandfather, just that, mother's boyfriend or grandmother's boyfriend. And he was cool. I mean, he acted like a grandfather, but I never really had an actual physical grandfather, like a paternal grandfather. And so I don't think my dad had grandfathers. I don't think his dad had grandfathers, because, you know, people didn't live that long unless if your grandfather had children when he was 20, and then they had children when they were 20, then people might have seen grandparents or grandfathers. But, you know, if people waited in life, they would, you know, grandfathers just weren't around, especially after like World War II, for example. Anyway, so I'm really happy to be alive, to see my granddaughters and my grandson, and for them to know that I was alive and that I cared about them, and that you know, that they had a grandfather. So to me, that's the most important thing, is that or the thing that makes me happiest is that I'm actually alive, and I may be alive long enough to actually get them to know me. But if they don't get to know me, that's one of the reasons these YouTube videos are useful, or that's one of the motivations to do this. Hey, Roy and Becky with 4 grandchildren. Well, you kind of get it, right? There's not many, you know, you don't get grandchildren very often, and you're lucky to be around to see them. My sister peed on my grandparents' grave. Well, you know, I vomited in church too. I mean, I'm just bringing this up because you mentioned that, it made me laugh. But they went to baptize me when I was quite old. I was already not interested in church, and my mother wanted me to be baptized for some crazy reason. But I basically got there. We went for lunch beforehand and get to the church, and it's supposed to be a solemn and you know, thing, and I'm supposed to be baptized, and then all of a sudden it's like the devil put me there, and I vomited all over this red carpet and stuff, and the pulpit and all that kind of crap. There's only our family there doing it, so it was a private kind of thing, but man, what a mess. Anyway, it's maybe that sort of set me off for my how would I put it? Kind of ensured I wasn't going to be believing in God the way in which other people do. Yeah, your sister needs a baptism. Yeah, well, you know, I'm mouth to mouth. My lease is up technically. And Frederick Heron, I had 2 granddaughters born in 1 week, 2 weeks ago. Oh, cool. So, guys, I'm going to head out. I've got to get I got to finish my coffee before it gets cold. I got to turn this light out before I burn all my batteries down. This is a 300-watt light bulb blasting away, sucking power out of my house batteries. And I'm going to be making a video and doing some lives on the way down the coast. So when I get my new phone, or not new, my new phone contract, whatever you call it, my new cell service, it might be fast enough for me to do some lives from the ocean. But if not, I'll always be like stuck at some Starbucks or something like that. Anyway, thanks for visiting. Thumbs up to all of you for spending a bit of time with me. And look for my videos on the way down the coast. And go check out my Patreon. You can see my granddaughter. See you later. Thank you. Bye, guys. No, I don't even know how to turn it off. There it is.